Picture this. It's a quiet Tuesday morning in a small town. The kind of town where the biggest news is usually a cat stuck in a tree. But today, the mayor finds a note taped to the front door of the town hall. It's not a friendly note. It's angry. It's threatening. It says, "You guys better watch your backs. This is only the beginning." The paper is cheap. The ink is smudged. The handwriting looks like a spider fell into an inkwell and had a seizure. The police have no fingerprints, no DNA, no witnesses. All they have is this short, angry message. It feels like a dead end. But is it? To most people, it's just a bunch of scary words. They don't see just a threat. They see a very specific set of choices. Why did the writer say "yous guys" instead of "you all" or just "you"? Why is there no punctuation at the end? Why that specific phrase, "watch your backs"? These aren't random choices. They are habits. They are patterns. And for a forensic linguist, these patterns are like a voice print, a unique signature left behind by the author, even if they never intended to sign their name. The local police chief, let's call him Chief Miller, is stumped. He's used to dealing with a footprint in the mud, a broken window, a security camera video. This is different. This is a ghost. A ghost who writes angry letters. He's about to file it away as a prank when a younger officer suggests calling in a specialist. Not a handwriting expert, but a language expert. Chief Miller is skeptical. How can you catch a criminal based on how they write a sentence? It sounds like something out of a movie, not real-life police work. But they are out of options, so they make the call. An analyst thousands of miles away receives a high-resolution photo of the note. She doesn't care about the messy handwriting. She's looking at the structure. She's looking at the word choice. She's looking at the grammar, or lack thereof. She starts building a profile. The writer is likely from a specific region where "yous guys" is common. They probably have a certain level of formal education, given the simple sentence structure and lack of punctuation. Slowly, from just a few angry words, a picture of the author begins to form. The ghost is starting to get a face. So, what is this magic? It's called forensic linguistics, and it's less magic and more science. Think of it like this. Everyone has a unique way of talking and writing. It's your idiolect. It's built from where you grew up, your education, your job, the books you read, the shows you watch, the memes you share. You have favorite words. You make the same spelling mistakes over and over. You might always use two spaces after a period, a habit from an old typing class. Or maybe you overuse exclamation points. These little quirks are our linguistic fingerprints. Forensic linguistics studies these fingerprints in the context of the law. An analyst takes writing with an unknown author, ransom note, threatening email, angry letter to the mayor, and compares it to writing from a known author, a suspect. They are looking for a match, not one or two similarities, a whole constellation of shared habits. A pattern so unique, it's unlikely to be coincidence. The ultimate, "I know it was you because you always say that." If you think this all sounds a bit theoretical, let me tell you about a case where it cracked one of America's most notorious crimes, the Unabomber. For nearly 18 years, a man sent homemade bombs through the mail, killing 3 people and injuring many more. The FBI had very few leads. The bomber was a ghost, but he made one crucial mistake. He liked to write. He sent letters to the media, and in 1995, he sent a 35,000-word manifesto, a long, rambling essay about the evils of modern technology. He demanded it be published, or he would continue the bombings. The FBI, in a controversial move, worked with the New York Times, the Washington Post, to publish the manifesto. They were hoping someone, somewhere, would recognize the writing style. And it worked. A man in New York named David Kaczynski read it and felt a chilling sense of familiarity. The ideas, the arguments, and even specific, quirky turns of phrase sounded exactly like his estranged brother, Ted. For example, the manifesto used the phrase, "You can't eat your cake and have it too," which is a reversed and less common version of the well-known saying. This was a phrase Ted used. This was the break the case needed. David provided the FBI with letters and other documents Ted had written years earlier. Forensic linguists got to work, comparing the manifesto to Ted's known writings. The similarities were overwhelming. They found the same unusual vocabulary, the same grammatical structures, and the same peculiar phrasing. For instance, Ted often used archaic or very precise words like chimerical and anomie, which also appeared in the manifesto. The linguistic evidence created a powerful link between Ted Kaczynski and the Unabomber. When the FBI raided Ted Kaczynski's remote cabin in Montana, they found bomb-making materials and a typed original of the manifesto. The language was the key that unlocked the door. It wasn't DNA or a fingerprint that led them there, but the way a man constructed his sentences. It showed that even when you're trying to hide, the way you use words can give you away. Your voice, even on paper, is uniquely yours, and sometimes it's the loudest evidence you leave behind at the scene of a crime. So how does an analyst actually do this? Let's go back to that note left for the mayor. You guys better watch your backs. The first step is to dissect this question document. The analyst notes the use of "use guys," Philadelphia, Chicago, parts of New York. This immediately narrows the geographic profile. They also note the simple sentence structure and the lack of a final period. This isn't just one clue, it's a small cluster of data points. The analyst logs each one meticulously, creating a linguistic profile of the unknown writer. The next step is to gather writing samples from potential suspects. You can't compare something to nothing. Police might collect old emails, text messages, social media posts, work-related documents. These are called the known writings. It is vital that these samples are natural and authentic. You need to see how the person really writes when they aren't thinking about it. A formal job application might not be as useful. Angry Facebook comments, casual text messages to a friend. The more informal and extensive the samples, the better. Now the comparison begins. The analyst holds the profile up against each suspect's writing. Let's say the suspect is Bob. Bob's emails, "use guys." Bob's texts, missing end punctuation. Bob's complaint letter, "watch your backs." The pieces are starting to fit together. One or two matches aren't enough. The expert looks for a significant accumulation of shared habits. Use guys missing punctuation, specific threat phrase, misspelling of beginning. The analyst writes a report showing high consistency with Bob. The evidence goes to the police to support the investigation. In our world, most of our writing isn't done with pen and paper. It's done with our thumbs. Text messages, social media updates, DMs, emails. And guess what? Forensic linguistics has gone digital too. Every tweet, every Facebook post, every angry comment on a YouTube video is a potential piece of evidence. The principles are the same, but the data is different. People write differently online. The language is often shorter, more informal, filled with slang, LOL, BRB, IYKYK emojis. These are all new types of linguistic fingerprints. Think about online harassment, anonymous threats. Someone creates a fake profile to send menacing messages. They think they're invisible, but their words can still betray them. An analyst might notice a consistent emoji combo like the winking face with the cowboy hat, or maybe they always type U instead of UAR instead of R, a favorite sign-off. Just saying. Tiny, insignificant details forming a revealing pattern. Analysts use powerful software to sift this mountain of digital text. Imagine a celebrity getting thousands of anonymous threatening comments. A program can scan and group comments that share linguistic features. It might find a cluster of 50 comments, all misusing the same idiom, and spelling definitely as definitely. Suddenly, police aren't looking for 50 people. They're likely looking for one person running multiple accounts. Software finds the signal in the noise, pointing investigators right. But it's not just about trolls. Forensic linguistics helps in major digital crimes too. Identify phishing email authors by analyzing grammatical errors common to non-native speakers from a region. Determine who controlled a shared computer or phone during a crime by analyzing message style at that time. Even cryptocurrency scam promos can be traced back to known bad actors. In the 21st century, your keyboard is the new pen, and every keystroke can leave a trace. Experts use specialized software to scan huge amounts of text, create a word frequency list, map sentence length, count commas. Then, they run the same analysis on the mystery document. The software can generate a report showing the statistical likelihood of a match. But it's not just computers. A human expert must interpret the data. Language is full of nuance, irony, and sarcasm that machines might miss. Now, it's important to be clear. Forensic linguistics is not a magic bullet. It's a powerful tool, but it has its limits. A language expert can't say with 100% certainty that this person wrote this document. End of story. That's because language isn't as unique as DNA or a fingerprint. Two people can have similar writing habits, especially if they come from the same place or work in the same office. Also, a clever person can try to disguise their writing style by intentionally making different spelling mistakes or using words they normally wouldn't. It's called mimicry, and it can complicate an investigation. Because of this, linguistic evidence is almost always used as part of a larger case. It's corroborating evidence. It supports other facts. Think of it as one strong leg of a four-legged table. DNA, fingerprints, alibi, security footage. When the linguistic analysis points to the same suspect as the other evidence, the case becomes incredibly strong. The language expert might testify in court explaining that the similarities are highly probable or consistent with the suspect being the author, but they will use careful, scientific language. They provide a probability, not a divine judgment. The integrity of the analyst is everything. They must be objective. Their job isn't to prove someone is guilty. Their job is to analyze the language and report what they find, whether it helps the prosecution or the defense. In fact, forensic linguistics can also be used to prove someone's innocence. It can show that a person's confession was likely written or dictated by a police officer because the language doesn't match the suspect's known writing style. It can also help show that a suicide note was forged because it doesn't contain the personal linguistic quirks of the deceased. So, the next time you write an email or a text, just think about it for a second. Your words are carrying more than just a message. They are carrying a little piece of you. Your history, your habits, your unique voice. While that's a beautiful thing, it's also a powerful tool for justice. In the hands of a skilled expert, the smallest word choice or the most common spelling error can help unmask a criminal, solve a mystery, ensure the truth comes out. Words have power, and sometimes they have the power to put the bad guys right where they belong.